Have you ever tried to have an employee steal from you? If you have, kick him down, throw him in a dumpster, and wait for the dumpster to pick him up and dispose of him. Thank you for tuning in. Yo, what's up, everybody? Mr. Paul Valine here. It is that time of season again to get on those vehicles that need AC. Summertime is coming here in Phoenix, Arizona. It's already in the 80s this week. And let me show you what we're working on here. So we got this nice Tundra in. Look at this. Need a stepping stool just to get in the engine. But there's an AC leak. Let's take a look. You notice right here we're at 0. That means there's absolutely nothing in it. I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit of this can in there. Let's see if we hear anything coming out. Can you hear that? Is it just an O-ring, or does this condenser need to be replaced? That's what I'm gonna check right now. I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, grab the 10 mil, and put a new O-ring right here. I'm gonna button it back up, put just a slight bit of Freon in there, see if we hear anything. If not, we just fixed a simple problem. That's an easy fix. That shouldn't cost no $800 or $900 to get fixed at a shop, because if a shop finds just this going on, you know damn well they're not just going to replace that O-ring. They're going to find a reason. They're going to replace this. I really doubt they'll even tell you a hose. There's just not enough money in a place that needs to make $2,000 in a day off one vehicle or something. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. We'll be right back and see if it does anything. Okay, so I got the 10 mil. I've already kind of loosened it. It's kind of hard to hold the phone and record. Now, the Freon's pretty much already leaked. I only put a half an ounce. You see that? So I'm going to take that O-ring off right here. We're going to match it up and we're going to put a new one on there. How do we take those off? Little dollar store pick. I'll be right back. How do you know if an O-ring is bad? Well, when you try to take it off and it just breaks. Like, it's rotten. You can see it just peeled a little piece off. Look at that. Rubber doesn't usually do that. Sometimes you got to fight with it like a rubber band. So I'm going to find the right size. We're going to put it on. We're going to button it back up. And let's see what it does. Okay, very simple. I mean, do you really think a mechanic shop is going to do this and say, hey, we helped a person today, let's give them a deal? No, they're going to say you need to replace your hose and the AC condenser. They'll give you an estimate, and then you're going to end up leaving because it's going to be like $1,200 or something like that over a $200 fix. You can't beat that. Now let's make sure. Let me double check the tight. It's aluminum, so it doesn't want to be too tight. Let's drop a little gas in there, just a little bit. And as you hear, nothing coming out. So I'm going to put a vacuum to it, and we're going to fill it up. I'm going to test it. But I'm pretty sure we just fixed someone's problem today and saved them a lot of money on this beautiful Tundra. And I want to throw out there, that deaf man that used to work for me, he went to a customer's house. I tried to help him make some money, and he went and told the customer he will do the job cheaper than me. He got away with 20 extra bucks. He lost a friend, he lost a job, he lost learning how to do something for $20. You know, people these days. And just because he's deaf, I mean, I felt sorry for him, but I see who kind of person he really is now, and I don't feel sorry for him anymore. I hope he rots, and I just got to throw that out there. So now we're gonna let it vacuum for about 35, 45 minutes. Burn out all that humidity and stuff that builds inside the system so we can get it ready for some fresh Freon. This thing takes 1 pound 7 ounces. It says 1.43 up right up here. Minimum is lower, 1.21, but the max is 1. We're gonna put the max in there because that's what we do. We want to get the coldest we can out of here, especially in Phoenix, you know, where it's very hot, and it's going to be hot early this year. I'm going to go ahead and put new valves and caps as well for the customer. And I'm going to put some oil for the compressor, just a shot. It doesn't take much. You know, we got some PAG 46. It's got some dye in there in case it goes through a leak this summer. We'll be able to detect it with no problem, no extra fee or anything like that. But yes, we'll be testing it here in about 35 minutes. Okay, so got the vacuum. If you notice, the needle is, the 10 is, well, the 0 is right there. And so we got some suction there. I don't know why, I thought maybe the light was on, but it's probably the sun. And so we got the cam connected and we are ready to test. Let's get some Freon in there. Okay, let's stop. So it's a little bit more than I added the first time. So we're gonna come over here, and as you notice, there's no sound. There is absolutely no sound. So we continue. It's a nice truck. It is a 2000 and 2010. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck and finish this job off and make sure it all works good. Oh yeah, it's gonna be another happy customer today. Just like on Sunday, I did a Cadillac 2010 SRX. It has a valve inside the compressor which stopped working. We went to the O'Reilly's and got the valve for 115 bucks. I took the compressor out and put the valve in. I vacuumed and recharged it, and that compressor turned right on. So I saved that customer tons of money. You go to the shop, you're gonna spend tons of money. Give that to me, the guy that works harder than everybody else. Once again, I'm Mr. AC. Don't trust your employees. And like, join, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys all next time.